Actually, while it's sacrilege to get rid of the ocarina, into the texture. Now, I just need to be a douchebag because of something. I have a point to make in it. So, basically, the guy in Boss Keys, he always jerks off this stupid spatial awareness point. And he treated, like, most of Ocarina of Time's dungeons like you would never have to remember anything. I just want to show off. First of all, there's this door right here. Boss key right there. You can't get it. And on the other side of this room, which is the beginning of the dungeon, weird statue thing that you can't do anything to.
Yeah.
There is some good, very specific spatial awareness within. Also, yeah.
Also, the boss key is literally right in front. Well, the boss door is literally right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing that's semi-well known, but I haven't seen many people cover why it was a problem. There's the music from the original Fire Temple originally had this Muslim chant in it. Fun fact, that Muslim chant is just a part of a basically board of sound effects that you can still buy by the way, but anyway, the point is it's a generic sound.
Fun! Actually, and the thing about that Muslim chanting, so a lot of people thought Nintendo, got angry comments and removed the Muslim chanting. That Muslim chanting was never in, retail releases. It was only in early versions, like, given to reviewers and some contest winners.
But, anyway.
Now, you can talk to the Gorons for tips, but I'm just gonna leave all the Gorons in the cages.
$2, tips and rumors.
Don't buy. Anyways, don't pay for tips and rumors.
$2 advice.
Anyway. So, the gimmick here, there's fire, and you save Gorons.
And also, a lot of people don't bring up why the Muslim chanting thing was seen, offensive. Basically, the chant itself is words from the Quran, which is their religious text, basically associating the religious text
But
with...
Nintendo removed it before release.
Yes, but not many people
so,
know why it's
you can, with the Goron tunic, you can walk in the lava, but eventually you will take fire damage.
Not a lot of people know why it's considered offensive. Basically, the reason it's considered offensive is associating the chant with, music. If there were other, like, music or sounds playing, that basically ignores the chant, so that's why it was associated with other sounds as seen as
Oh, wait! I got the long shot before coming in here. Nice. Now, I already know the secret over here, but I want to show something off.
Oh, yeah.
Different sounds.
Yes. I legitimately saw a guy complain about that.
That means you can blow that up.
So how much are we gonna ramble about boss keys and whatever the hell Egoraptor did in this dungeon?
So...
What, it's the tradition.
How is the player supposed to know that his sword makes different sounds when he hits different objects?
Actually, one of the Gorons tells you that.
Yes. They tell you
But
that
I don't talk to these guys.
they're useless. They tell you that bombable walls are brittle.
Now, most first-time players find a key in here and go through that locked door. I'm not a first-time player. There are 2 keys in here because there are 2 locked doors.
So again, are we just going to go back to talking about boss keys?
Oh, I can do that in a minute, but I want to get some stuff. So, this is actually the easier key to find because this is a straightaway. Now, I'm going to re-equip the Ocarina. once I'm out here. So, I will explain that in just a second, unless you happen to see what I'm about to do. But anyway. So, I'm gonna trap this Goron forever.
Hey, there was one underwater in Twilight Princess.
Now, okay, so in the next room is a floor trap and some like-likes. Well, a like-like. There's a Skulltula in here. So, stupid thing about the like-likes. They can eat your tunic. If they eat your tunic, you're down a tunic.
They can also eat your shield.
That too. That too.
Flying floor tiles, huh?
Now, you can stun a like selectively.
Or you could just shoot it with the arrows.
Yeah, but I have the big Goron sword. I have a big sword. I'm gonna use it. Backflipping and there we go. Okay. Now
I like gold.
I got 2 keys. So you need 2 keys. If you have 2 keys, you're doing this correctly.
2 keys.
What if you have 3 keys?
You have 3 keys.
If you have 3 keys, you're an overachieving fuck. Now, that fence you can climb. You can actually stick your hook shot in this thing.
Whoa, now.
The skills.
Now, this puzzle stumps a lot of people. Actually, like, this stumps way more people than you would think.
This
Whee!
is
Most people only get 1 key. They get up here and then cry because this is kind of dick move. Anywho, so now there's that guy and there's these slug guys.
Oh, hey, Macargo.
Basically, hit them enough and
Actually, no, wouldn't it be Slugma because Macargo was the one
Yes.
who was...
hit them and they like run out of fire and run away.
The temperature they list for Macargo, who's on Pokedex entry, is hotter than the sun. That means you would just die from naturally being around that thing.
So you can push the
It sounds like you're over there trying to apply logic to Pokemon.
you can push the block a little bit, and if I push it just a tiny bit,
Pokemon.
like pull it out just a bit, you can actually make that jump without it being full. So, for the most part in this dungeon, you want the items I have equipped. Until you get the main dungeon item. So, basically, so for years, this puzzle always annoyed me because you have to hit the switch down here, like under me, and you have to run back to that fire. I could never figure out a good way to do it. That is a good way to do it. Because that thing is on a stupid timer.
Fire.
That is a really strict timer. And I never knew a good way to get up here. I was an idiot. A little bit. So, watch for rolling rocks. God, I hate... Okay, so... those rocks will almost always hit you
Moving
generally.
rocks that change direction.
Yes. There's also a like Skullchilla and some other stuff down here, so I'm just gonna circle the
Also, if you actually talk
perimeter till I find everything I need.
Also, if you actually talk to the Gorons, they'll actually run, out and leave. This guy's running into the area full of rolling rocks.
He can handle it.
Yeah, actually, he's a Goron. His durability is probably high enough to handle it.
Okay. I just tank damage, I don't really care. Because the thing that I'm looking for, I never remember exactly where it is until I find it. So I just roll around, tank some damage generally. Okay. So, when you find that door, which I'm going to go back to, hey buddy. Basically, generally, when you play this dungeon, most first-time people only end up finding, like, one key, and then they get, like, confused, or they don't find another key, or they have just some irritating, like, they get really lost, but I know where the keys are. I know it to... Now, the spot you're supposed to use this key, there's an out-of-the-way door that the game's camera doesn't really show you. So I'm just going to walk around until I find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, if you fall, you go back to the beginning of the dungeon, so...
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't. I could get the map, but I'm skipping those. So now, when you enter this room, as soon as I jump off of this platform, fire is going to start chasing me. It's not an instant.
Yeah.
Not an instant kill, though, so it's not...
Yeah, I would have expected the platform to start, like, lowering into
No.
the lava.
No. Look how easy that was!
Why is there a heart over here?
To heal you! Now, you could jump in there and get the boss, no, the map the other way, but again, I know what I'm doing, so I can... Now we're up on top of this room. Now, the stupid thing when you're up here, if you're jumping around, those guys can fuck you over, but generally, they don't. So, I was looking for that.
Hey, listen.
Okay, so, you might remember this room from a few minutes ago.
No.
Shortcut. Look. That room, with the block and the slugs.
No.
So,
I think you're making it up.
okay. This dungeon really isn't too bad. The only problems are one or two keys that are kind of weird, and some weird back and forth that might confuse a lot of people. And as you jump between the platforms, sometimes the rocks, like, can hit you, and it's, like, kind of irritating. And I've never liked that. So, every Goron has a, key? So if you see a Goron, try to figure out how to free it. That's a good tip for the dungeon, but if you're using this as a guide, you know exactly where to go. Now, that guy normally screws me over, so I'm trying to, like, jump around. That's why I did that. So, okay. That's generally how I play this dungeon. I'm actually, for once, instead of us just rambling, I'm actually talking about the game!
Isn't that a novel concept?
I know!
Because we ended up like talking about some other point around the like beginning of the dungeon, or like as we were going into it.
I know, but this time I'm actually trying to talk about the game. Egoraptor like ran around in here a lot and just got confused and angry, and his entire LP is a train wreck and a half. Yeah, it's half a train wreck.
No, it would be a train wreck and half of another train wreck. Hey, to be honest, his Paper Mario is probably a lot worse. His Thousand Year Door playthrough is a lot worse. I didn't know you could only be about halfway through the game by 70 parts.
Oh, the most obnoxious set of rooms in the dungeon! It looks like you can just walk around anywhere, but these firewalls...
I have always hated puzzles like this. It's not really a puzzle. It's just don't go, like, to a certain
Can
area.
you go one way? Yes. Can you not?
No.
But you generally don't know that until you're already... Oh, and those things shoot fire, by the way. So, if you just do what I'm doing...
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna
See? Like,
attack.
even I want to do it.
Attack. Oh, never mind. Should have blocked all that damage.
Yeah, I knew that was there.
What happens if you stand in that spot?
What?
What happens if you stand in the spot that forms in?
You can't move blocks to where they're going to... I set that up for later. So, anyway, a lot of people generally don't like this dungeon, and I also generally...
Well, fire levels are always kind of terrible because there's just a lot that can damage you.
Okay, so now I can never exactly
Plays that fat beat.
remember the... Okay, so there's the switch, and then... Okay. It's basically from
I still stand by the
here, roughly a straight shot.
I still stand by the worst level is a desert level. You cannot name me a good desert level.
Oh, damn it.
But desert.
Damn it. Too much.
You see, that's the problem with Jack 2 and 3. They're both all desert levels all the time.
Only Jack 3.
People said Jack 2 did that.
No.
There we go. So... Now, this is a fake door enemy that if you try to open it, it does chip damage, but I knew it was a fake door, so...
How are you supposed to learn that it's a fake door?
Thingagora makes a point, and the real doors look like this. So, now we're at a mini-boss you're supposed to use bombs on, but there's a far better way.
That's like one of the few things Egoraptor actually knew, and it's amazing.
Now, this thing is set, and you can't one-cycle it. So, I just poke it till I win, because it's very set damage. If you let this boss go around, it summons fire, and it's really fast, and you can't really hurt it, and it's just, oh, it's terrible. Also, when you kill it, it'll explode. Man. And now this platform shoots up. Whee! I used to hate that mini-boss. Then I learned you can do what I did. It's like, oh, man, that's got a name now.
Because anyone who says that you have to wait for all of Ocarina of Time's combat is wrong. There's always...
Fire in the hole!
There's always another solution.
Mm-hmm. Mainly,
Clear.
like, and we're almost done with the dungeon, so that's cool. I've got, like... Okay, now... As an emergency, this might save me once if I need it.
Just drop a save state. That's basically what this power is.
It takes magic, and it's like a one-time use. You have... This is gonna get intense. I've never...
No, I didn't mean to put her there.
Damn it.
I didn't want her there. But the game put her there. And I needed to heal the werewolf. And now I have to start the whole chapter over again. This chapter's dumb. That unit doesn't take damage.
Go.
Like, seriously.
Go,
The
yes!
most damage I could do was like 6. And he did like 10 to anybody.
Stop!
Except
Hammer
Xander.
time!
Hammer
The only
time!
person who could survive 2 hits from him was Xander. And he had a long range axe.
Hey guys, it's a megaton.
All I think about is...
Why did you put it on Z?
Why not?
Something wrong with that, Carson?
That's so awkward. Imagine,
You're so lucky.
imagine if you played a game where your main attack button was Z.
For now...
I'm imagining it.
So,
Season.
anyway, basically what the hammer does...
It crushes things. It's a hammer.
This is one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game.
It stresses me out.
It's a hammer. It's
And
It's not just any hammer, it's a megaton hammer.
all I think about is Adam West Lapdog's Old the Bridge. Hey, Navi, I'm going to change the name of the Megaton Hammer to the Mega Crush Hammer. Why? So I can shorten the name and start calling it the MC Hammer, and then it's just Navi. Ugh. So...
that was in like 2008.
That map is dumb. I have 20 turns to beat it.
So...
And they have a unit that doesn't take damage.
Admittedly,
that I have to
the
kill.
puzzle I'm about to
I wasn't
do...
killing him because I'm gonna go kill him to get some experience. No, I was killing him because he's a boss.
Admittedly, the puzzle I'm about to do stomps
I
a
have to go
lot
back
of
to that
people.
mission and figure out how to get in there with enough damage to kill him. And you know what? When I get close to them, reinforcements come from both sides. I still had another boss to kill after I killed him. Just drop a box to yourself. It's okay.
Yes.
See,
This switch is rusted.
See, I'm now with the Metroid Prime 4 hype. We need to LP Metroid Prime.
So,
I need to beat Metroid Prime
and this
2
is
and
why
3
I
on my
brought that
I've never
block
met-
down,
I've never beat
but
Metroid Prime 2. Just 1 and 3.
like
own. Don't
you.
play 2. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
One's amazing.
Talk like two stuff.
One's one of the best games ever made.
But it's still flawed.
No, it's, well, I mean, how are we using the word flawed, Carson? Because
Okay.
in my opinion, flawed means there's a major flaw in the game.
There is a major flaw.
No, there isn't.
Its structure.
Nope, that's what's good about it.
It still has the structuring problems that Super Metroid has.
No, it tells you exactly where to go when you get lost.
It's
If you cut that on,
it's not as
Cut it off?
yes,
I don't think you can in the GameCube version.
you can.
I believe you can only do that in the Prime Trilogy because people complained
Yeah, I'm
about
pretty
that.
sure in Metroid Prime, the original Metroid Prime 1, either you can't turn it off, or there's a glitch that makes the game not let you turn it off. Does this damage you?
Nope.
Why?
So,
Why?
Because
You didn't touch the ground.
Why? Because the
Restricted.
game teaches me that fall would probably does this game have the scaling damage with your height of the fall?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
No, it does, but if you do the roll at the end, you don't take
I don't.
damage.
No,
But
I
that-
don't
but
remember
that
if it's
fall should-
scaling damage, Carson.
Yeah, I can't
No,
remember.
it only like scales up to I think about was that keys frozen in the air?
Yes.
It only scales up to I
But
think
Ryan,
about a
that-
heart.
The game you died too. The game teaches me that.
So secondary use of the hammer.
So Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. sometimes I get challenges me and I'm like, this is good. This is a good map. This is a good challenge. But then there's maps like the one I just played where I die and I'm like,
I died there because I was stupid.
I mean that's why I died. And you know,
Well, no,
there's a lot of maps.
I tried to.
And that's why I play on
I
casual.
tried to assume that the game would let me basically not use weapon triangle to win this map.
You have to be really dumb to lose Awakening after a certain point.
And so that's why I play on. Well, I would play on casual.
You have to be really dumb to lose a unit on Awakening.
And I'm also that map
Like
also
using
punished me for
like
thinking
using
that
a
I
unit
needed
that
to
dies,
get around
Carson.
here.
If you die in
Okay,
Awakening,
well.
it's because you use a unit that dies.
Hey, just shoot it with
fun fact,
arrows.
if a like eats you and you're quick enough to pause the game, you can unequip whatever it's about to eat.
Yep. Not that I could get rid of my shield at the current moment.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of your shield until you get the mirror shield. But once you have the mirror shield, why are you using?
Hey, you don't want to remember him?
Oh my gosh! Oh, it's not Wizro.
Hey,
But you can do this now.
hey, that's not what's wrong.
Of course that works. Fire types are weak to earthquake.
Well, you got me there, Carson.
That's the reason it beats the slugs.
You got me there.
But what about Molotras?
You got me there.
I know what I said. You see, in the anime, they would find a way for Moltres to get hit by earthquake. Actually, I think it did get hit by
I'm okay with
earthquake.
So,
Hey man, Pokemon Ash.
you know, for years I didn't know the hammer would actually beat this thing.
Oh, what was that look for? Brian, why'd you give me that look?
Ash Gray is
He
terrible.
like reacted instantly to that.
Because Ash Gray is
Do
terrible.
you know what Ash Gray is, Brian?
Oh, damn it. Oh, really?
Stupid 90 accuracy.
Oh, and,
Hey, it looks like he's playing with some Fire Emblem stats there. 95% hit. Still misses.
I missed both hits of a 98 accuracy.
Hey, I did crit with 30% crit.
there we go. Oof.
I missed both hits of a 98.
He hit twice with 30% crit. There was no crit. He killed it with raw damage, but there was no crit.
So, and we're back to the beginning. Booyah!
Where is she?
Look at that space you had to be
Oh.
aware of.
I was too mad. Well, I mean, technically, he just went through a linear pathway that took him back to here with absolutely no knowledge that he'd end up back here.
But now that you're back here, because you're back at the beginning, you know how to easily get back.
Technically, he just went around a big circle, but he wouldn't have known that until he got there.
But now that
That's
you
not
see,
spatial awareness. That's
but-
just, hey, look.
now that you see that you're back at the beginning, you now know how to get back.
If you found the beginning statue and that door, and you didn't...
Well, yeah, but really, you wouldn't even have to go for that first door. You just have to go through the other one. If you see the other thing and be like, hey, my Megabaton hammer does that. So yeah, the game teaches you that without telling you, but at the same time, that
Time for DPS! This boss does way too much damage. For no reason. But I learned a
I
secret.
don't think Link has stats.
But I
I
learned
don't
a,
know if you could call what Link does stats. It's more like set damage.
learned a good secret about this boss.
The hammer does X amount of damage as if nothing has any defense.
No, it's just defense piercing.
Well, I mean, with that logic, everything Link does is defense piercing. Link basically has a built-in ability that pierces defense. Because as long as you use weapon A, B, C, or D, he does exact amount of damage.
So the boss
Depending
will,
on the attack he does, mind you. Because if he stabs,
when the
it's
boss
stronger than
pops
if he
up,
slashes.
hit it in the head.
It's an extreme game of whack-a-mole. That's not how you play whack-a-mole. You're fighting this boss wrong. You're supposed to kill him with the hammer. Can't you kill him with the arrow?
The arrows do like critical damage.
Really?
So yeah. What?
Hey, remember, I played Mario Luigi Dream Team without ever critting a boss. Car and Carson were like, this boss is stupid because it has too much health. And then I killed it and I was like, hey, I killed it. And they're like, did you break the helmet? I'm like, what? I didn't even know you could break the helmet and get critical hits when you hit its head.
Even break?
I saw Carson. I did it on the refight, and I was like, yeah, when you refight it, you can do this thing where you get critical hits. They're like, you can do that on the regular boss, and I'm like, I didn't do that.
Also, this asshole does
What?
Also,
You can climb on the side? I didn't.
You hear that, Breath of the Wild? Ocarina did it first!
I didn't know you could do this.
And look at your infinite stamina! Look at that.
Hey, that
Beautiful.
Hey, that's before Link got really fit.
Also, this thing does like 4 hearts of damage for no apparent reason.
It doesn't matter when you have like
He's
3
dead.
hearts of damage.
Sir, why does it do 4 hearts of damage?
If you hit him with enough arrows,
I'm gonna go back.
if you hit the boss with enough arrows, you'll bypass one of the rounds I did, but I didn't hit him with enough arrows.
You know, when you think about...
What the chapter is?
You know, when you think about it, this thing's death is the most messed up. Also, target the skull. You can target and, look, you can target the skull when it's dead.
It's not recording, Carson.
When you think about it, this thing's death is the most messed up. I mean,
wait, is all you have
the
left
skin...
dungeons and fairies?
What?
Oh, wait, you're gonna have that other bottle.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I absolutely hate
And
that.
I need 50 skull
I
chillers.
absolutely hate. Oh, that's right. I absolutely. Well, I mean, that's just kind. You can kind of just do that.
Oh, I can just. We'll have.
I absolutely hate the big pose. Not all of them, but like 3 of them, which is like 30%.
Oh, I'm probably gonna do that in a minute just to get it over with. I have 2 more dungeons,
So
and
Carson, tell me if you experience this when you play Fire Emblem. So when I play Fire Emblem, I really like Fire Emblem, and I'm doing it strategic, and I'm like, look at me, I'm awesome because I'm doing strategy. But then I die really late in the chapter, and I physically get stressed out and throw the game. But I come back 20 minutes later to try to beat it again.
so
And I beat the chapter, and I'm like, yeah. And then I do really good strategy in the next chapter, maybe beat it, and then the next chapter I die, and then I get stressed out again.
who's ready for big pose?
I was able to beat the...
Well, first we gotta go
Not
meet
counting the
Madonna.
final chapter itself, I was able to beat the last 3 chapters of Sacred Stones in one run without having to retry
I'm pretty
them.
sure my stats are good enough that I could do that in this game. But it's just, I'm at the point where I'm like, trying to awakening it. Because, you know, once you get to like chapter... Other than side quests for the children, because the children unit side quests...
Holy shit, Link's part of a Sith now.
Oh my gosh. So... I'll talk about that later. So the last few chapters of Fire Emblem Awakening, you can literally just button mash through.
So,
I don't care what difficulty you're playing on, as long as you use the actual good units.
Volgia
you
did
don't-
what?
you don't
15
have
hearts to me?
You don't have to strategy.
Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, what did you guys think of the Fire Temple and the boss battle with Volgia? The Fire Temple usually confuses people on their first time through it because they can't find all the keys. As for the boss, it hits like a truck for no good reason and can easily drain your HP, so a lot of first timers have problems with the boss because of the damage they take. But this time around, I thought I did pretty well. Also, a lot of people didn't know you could dodge the rocks by climbing on the side of the arena. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shell for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.